What's good, Zelda fans? D-Rock here, and today I'm throwing it back to the nostalgic days. In my opinion, one of the most important and influential things about the Legend of Zelda series is the music that surrounds each and every entry in the franchise and how it connects to certain areas throughout each individual game. And I think it's one of the main reasons why, over the years, these games have really just taken the throne, the #1 spot as my all-time favorite video game series. Outside of the Legend of Zelda, music is one of my biggest joys in life, so my favorite video game series having just downright bone-chilling music is just a massive win for me. It's really difficult for me to choose just a few, if I'm being honest, because there are just so many songs from each of the Zelda games that mean a lot to me. But my goal here is to make this video as entertaining as possible for you while also trying to respect your time. Hey, maybe if you dig this style video, I will push more of these videos out to you in the future. Let's get into this. This first song will always have a special place in my heart. Like, it's not even close. It's a song from one of the very first Zelda games I ever got to play as a kid back in the day. That song is the Song of Storms from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. The Song of Storms is one of the songs from Ocarina of Time that is taught to adult Link by the phonogram man inside the Kakariko windmill. When you play the Song of Storms with the ocarina, it can summon rain, one of the song's most common uses. It also reveals secret grottos and water magic bean sprouts to produce fairies. There are a ton of areas in Ocarina of Time where if Navi turns green, Link can actually play the Song of Storms to summon a wingless fairy. It kind of looks like a huge pink blob, which restores hearts and the magic meter. If I'm being real, I legit didn't even know this was a thing until I was a lot older and was able to understand the ins and outs of all the game's mechanics. Kind of embarrassing to admit, but hey, it is what it is. Another really fun thing to do with the Song of Storms is if you play the song inside the Kakariko windmill as a child, it will speed up the windmill dramatically, causing the well to drain and open the access to the bottom of the well, and this is actually how you do progress the story of the game as well. Finally, you can play the Song of Storms to collect a decent amount of heart pieces, so it's pretty cool. I think this thing in particular is why the song just means so much to me. There's just so many things you can do with the Song of Storms, and in my opinion, it really does add depth to the game as a whole. Not to mention, the song is just so beautiful as well, and to this day, it gives me chills when I'm listening to the original soundtrack of Ocarina of Time while writing scripts for this YouTube channel. Now, here's something that was pretty freaking cool that I found when creating this video. Did you know that the opening section of the Song of Storms resembles the opening section of the fortress/castle theme from Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island? How epic is that? Maybe I'm a little overexcited about that, but I figured I would point this out regardless. Next up on my list on some of the most amazing songs in the Legend of Zelda series is the Stone Tower Temple music from Majora's Mask. I think what really attracts me to this song is just how creepy and eerie it is. I've always been a fan of just how dark the Zelda series can be and how it can adhere not only to kids that are finding the series for the first time or adults that have been fans of the series since it's been created. I think I might fall into that boat. Now imagine this with me for a second. How creepy and scary would it be to fall into the sky? Yeah. You heard me right. If you know, you know. The Stone Tower, its temple itself is just creepy, and it's just got this creepy vibe to it, and the song that plays along with it, it just fits perfectly. Oh my gosh, it's just unreal. I'd like to talk about the Stone Tower Temple as well for a sec, because I think this is one of the biggest reasons why I love this song so much. Now, in Majora's Mask, unlike the other 3 dungeons in the game, the Stone Tower Temple requires the use of all 4 of Link's forms, right? Which are his normal Hylian form, the Deku form, the Goron form, and of course my personal favorite, the Zora form. In my opinion, I think it's just so unique, and there are no other temples in the Legend of Zelda series that are quite like this temple. I just think it's a really good temple, and adding the song in there just adds to the creepiness of the entire theme of Majora's Mask, right? I just wish I could play this song here in this video so I could just portray it in the right way, but you know, the details with copyrights and all that, so yeah, do yourself a favor and check out the song as well, and maybe replay the temple. It's incredible, man. Next up, we are headed back to a good old faithful here, which is Ocarina of Time, and its glorious soundtrack. My friend, the song I'd like to spend some time on next is Gerudo Valley and its soundtrack. Man, oh man, what a freaking gem it is. I'm sure you've probably seen this one coming on our countdown list today because it really is a fan favorite, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who has much love for this soundtrack, right? Gerudo Valley in itself is literally, in my opinion, one of the best areas in Ocarina of Time. I'm not sure whether it's the music or just how it looks overall. It's most definitely both, but if I had to pick, it would definitely be the soundtrack. I would like to dive into some of the reasons why I love this so much. Again, it all leads back to how much I enjoy the area of Gerudo Valley. Nintendo does just have an amazing way of connecting parts or areas of their games and sort of intertwining them with an amazing soundtrack. Gerudo Valley is just this blistering hot valley. You can't really feel it, but you get what I'm saying. In the northwest corner of Hyrule in Ocarina of Time. It then leads to the Gerudo's Fortress, home of the proud female warrior race of Gerudo. Beyond lies the haunted wasteland, a harsh and unforgiving desert, and I'm sure we all can spell out the rest. I don't need to talk about the rest of it. One of the biggest reasons why I loved Gerudo Valley is because of the part of the area where you have to go in and rescue all the carpenters and fight off all of the Gerudo guards, which we know that happen to be all female due to their race only ever having a male born every couple hundred years into the race, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that one. But anyways, just this whole side quest mission thing just holds a special place in my heart. Not just because of the music and the aesthetic of the area, but because I remember struggling at this part because those chicks can hit hard if you are not prepared and haven't taken the time to study their attack patterns. All in all, man, I just remember so vividly just standing at the entrance to Gerudo Valley because of how much I love the soundtrack. Nintendo always nails the music in these games, and it's something that I look forward to in every single playthrough. So what about you? What are some of your most favorite and memorable Zelda songs? I'd love to have a conversation with you in the comments below. If you found value in our conversation today, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell to turn on notifications so you don't miss our future conversations, which happen right here on Zelda Theory every Sunday. Coming up on the screen now will be another Zelda video that I think you will dig as well. I'm D-Rock. Much peace and love. Continue to be the light. Let's continue our nerd session with this video next.